Let me turn this music off for a second. Wait. Okay. Hey everybody. How's it going? I got my camera working. I got my microphone is on. My music's playing. You guys let me know if the audio is, I don't know, okay. If you can hear it. If the music's too loud or anything. No, it's probably not perfect. I might be still tweaking stuff over here. Trying to get it right. Hopefully it's a little bit better from week to week. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing good. The chat is, I'm sometimes getting messages. I'm trying to keep an eye on it as much as I can, but I've got to have Facebook open in one window, actually in two other windows, one for my page and one for my personal. And then I've got this other app that's supposed to be for YouTube and Twitch, but sometimes they don't work. Sometimes Facebook doesn't work. So we're gonna try. That's what I can do. I can try. I got a new, you can't see it, but I got a new thing for my mic. My mic is right here. And hopefully it doesn't jingle jangle as much when I press on the desk. So that's pretty exciting. I'm drinking tea, having my Saturday evening tea, green tea. I'm just trying to get started here, trying to get warmed up, loosened up. I've got a cat right here staring at me. So a little bit of performance anxiety for this cat, I think. He's waiting for me to do something. He's waiting for me to do something cool. I don't know if I'll do anything cool. What's up, dude? What are you doing? All right, so anyway, hello, Eva. Cool, you guys are watching on your TV. That's awesome. You'll be able to see all this in all its pollen. I've got pollen face, so enjoy it in full HD. Okay, well, so tonight, all right, let me start the story. Tonight, I'm going to be doing a painting that, I'm going to be working on a new painting for the stream. My friend and awesome artist, Elizabeth, she was on the show a couple weeks ago, Elizabeth Albright. A couple weeks ago, I was watching her stream, and she was doing this really cool painting. She's an oil painter. She was doing this really cool. I'm gonna have to pull it up. She does man, she has a different word for it. She makes animals. Well, go check her work out yourself. You'll be able to see. But she did this painting with a porcupine, as William Shakespeare as a porcupine. She does a lot of this kind of stuff, historical figures as animals. And she does a lot of animal paintings with historical like symbolism in them. Anyway, she's awesome. She's a good friend of mine. And when she was doing her stream, I got like really into porcupines while she was doing her stream. I was going and Googling pictures of them. This particular kind of porcupine is a Brazilian porcupine. And they're ridiculously cute. So that night after as soon as the stream was over, basically, because I I was looking at pictures of these the whole time she was streaming. Um, After the stream was over, I started sketching porcupines, and you know, I like drawing animals too, and doing my thing with them, which is, I don't know what my thing is, but yeah. And these things are crazy, right? They're crazy looking. So I started drawing one, and I started really liking how what looked. You know, I mean, sometimes I just paint stuff or draw stuff. Nobody ever sees it. It's just practice or a study or something. But kind of liked how this one looked, so I just got kind of inspired and inspired to do this for the stream. Do a painting of it, and paint it on the stream tonight. I don't know if I'll finish it. I won't finish it tonight, most likely, but over the next couple of weeks, I'll be working on this porcupine painting. So here is a time lapse of the sketch that I was drawing that night. So I was really just trying to make a Brazilian porcupine in my style. Yeah, I don't know. There's not too much to really say about it except for this is the drawing happening. And there's the little guy that I was reference I was working from. Look at their hands. They're crazy. I'm gonna have to pull up some reference too, actually. So I'm gonna have to take a minute to pull some reference up to get some hands going on. That'll be part of what I do tonight. Style wars, that's right, Elizabeth. It's you know, it's not really a war. You know, I'm not yeah, maybe it's a war. I don't know. Is it a war? Are we at war? I messaged Elizabeth earlier to let her know that this was happening. Thanks for saying hi, Elizabeth, coming by and hanging out. Yeah, this was right after your stream, Elizabeth. This was right after your stream. I started this porcupine drawing while I was, you know, I draw at night before I go to bed. And it's usually been people lately, but that night I was inspired. Here I'm just playing around with different things, trying to figure out what I'm going to do with them, but I didn't end up doing any of that. Their little hands are crazy. What I like about there are a lot of like rodents, and actually there are a lot of furry animals. Actually, I've noticed it with rodents the most, is that they have cute faces and they're fuzzy. There's a lot of things that are cute about them, but their hands and their feet are like so crazy and gnarly looking. That's what I love about them. They're a lot of fun for me because I like to, I don't know, I like things that are bordering, is that it? Let's see, let's go back to this and pause it. So that's where I ended it. That's where I ended that night. Yeah, I like things that show the juxtaposition of like, I don't know, the nightmare and the wonder of life all in one. All right, I was gonna Google something. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, it's really the nose. The nose is what it is, right? They have crazy whiskers, as you pointed out in your stream, Elizabeth, but I haven't got to the whiskers yet. I don't know. Do I need another window open over on this other monitor? No, I don't. But I've got to get a couple pictures of this little porcupine guy so I can have some reference. These hands and feet, they look like Pokemon. They look like, look, does this not look like a Pokemon? I mean, I'm not a Pokemon expert, but this looks like a little made-up animal. This looks like a made-up animal. But it's not. All right, let's see. I need this. Need all these. Here's a porcupine eating a piece of fruit. Got to get that. Actually, I don't have to get that. I don't need every picture of porcupines ever. They're just really cute. Okay, here's one eating a banana peel. You can see his little teeth right here. This is perfect. He's cute. Also, he's got nightmare teeth. Super cute. Nightmare fingers. That's my favorite thing about it. All right, let's see. There's a couple other. So, oh, all right. Yeah, I think I might have to get bring a third monitor in the mix or something. Elizabeth, I see that you put "ga" in there. Was that a reaction to those teeth? I mean, do they have to be blood red? Do their teeth have to be blood red? Is that really is there some kind of evolutionary reason for that? All right. Sorry guys, I'm just getting started here. I should have pulled this reference up earlier, but I was, as usual, scrambling around, making sure my microphone worked, making sure my headphones worked, making sure all my monitors were in my face. So, all right, I can look for more reference later. This is probably enough for now. Images, arrange, optimal. Yeah, the teeth. The blood on their enemy, the blood of their enemies. Their teeth are stained with the blood of their enemies. All right. So yeah, so this is the guy, and then let's see. Let's go back to Photoshop. Yeah. And so this is kind of where I'm taking it. Don't know if I'm going to do this heart shape yet or not. Might be a little bit on the nose. But, so I'm going to hide it right now. I'm hearing weird static coming from the music, and I don't know if that's my headphones or if you're hearing that too. So if the audio starts assing up, can somebody just tell me? Evo, what is echidna? Audio's fine, thank you. All right, so I thought that I would paint. Thought I'd paint something like this. Somebody hugging a porcupine. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Like most things that I do. Don't know how it's going to turn out. I had these big ideas that I was going to work on this a little bit today so I wouldn't have to stumble through this person so much. Sometimes it takes me a minute to get people right. Well, it takes me a long time to get people right. Sometimes it's an infinite amount of time. Sometimes I never get them right. My little, I don't know if worried's the right word. Not sure that I'll be able to get this arm right quickly. Yeah, I had all these ideas of fixing some stuff. Didn't quite happen. I really want to figure out why this chat's weird. It'd be really helpful if all of the, if, you know, this thing did what it should. Cool, did you guys hear that? That was my cats knocking over my whole kitchen. I'm getting some stuff done in my kitchen right now. Which is awesome, it's really exciting. Getting a new floor and getting, hey Lindsay, what's wrong? Oh no, oh no. That's the cat, right there, that cat. That's the cat that just knocked over my kitchen. How many stories am I in the middle of right now? Oh, yeah, kitchen, new kitchen. It's cool. Cabinets are getting repainted and stuff. New countertops are happening, but they're not here yet. So I've got a kitchen that is. No, Lindsay, it was milkshake. Yeah, right now I have. I can't use my kitchen. My silverware is right over here, in my on my living room desk. But hey, price you pay for. It's the price you pay for getting your cabinets repainted, I guess. All right, let's see. How's it going, Lindsay? How's everybody doing? And Elizabeth, if you're still here, I forget what I was going to say. Oh yeah, you said we were at war. Just wondering if how scared I should be. But I knew you were just kidding. Let's see. What is The Last Dance? Yeah, okay, so my aunt Eva is watching and she is talking to me. Okay. Hi Eva. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this chat, man. I'm trying to keep up with a chat that's happening in 3 different windows, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And I've been complaining about it for 4 weeks now, but it's like, you know, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? This chat program says it works, and it doesn't. I'm supposed to like fix somebody else's software? I guess that's what you do. All right, what kind of background should we put in here? Last Dance is a Michael Jordan documentaries. Lindsay is, I don't know, what are you doing right now, Lindsay? Are you bossing me around on my stream? Is that what's going on? Thank you. I appreciate it, Lindsay. I'm just messing around. Let's see. Actually, working on this painting sent me into I wouldn't call it a spiral because it's necessary to like learn how to do all this different stuff, but sometimes I'm just like, when you do art, you're just constantly trying to improve, and some nights you just think like, wow, I suck. It's just how it goes. You know, you just like, why did I ever think I was an artist? So I think that happens to everybody, or at least that's what I tell myself. So with me, sometimes it's certain angles of the forearm. You know, I'm still trying to get better at drawing people. I've been trying to study really hard on drawing people, but they're so hard to draw. Sometimes you have to really have to practice a lot to try to stay fresh, and then even then you're like always something comes along to make you feel like you like, oh man, I don't know what I'm doing. That's okay. I think that's how it goes. I think that's just how it works when you're trying to do art, and a lot of things that are hard. It's just like, it takes a lifetime to master it. In the meantime, you're doing what you can, improving slowly in small increments, and you know, and then it's all about your state of mind too. The easiest part of a person, I think it's the part that you've practiced the most. I know that sounds like kind of a cop-out answer, but for me, like, I guess since I've been drawing faces since I was little, I can at least make a face from a lot of different angles. I think that it doesn't look completely ridiculous or whatever. It's a lot easier for me to say what the hardest part is. The hardest part is arms and hands and feet and legs, and I'm not that great at necks, and knees are hard. Forearms are hard. Hands are hard. Stomachs are hard. Nah, it's the whole person is hard. But yeah, hands. I put myself through a crash course of hands, and now I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with hands. So right now, I feel like pretty good about my hands because of how much they've improved. Yes, everything but the face, Lindsay. And also the face is hard. It's just hard. Okay, I got an answer in what a echidna is. Echidna, it's related to the platypus, but it has quills. Yeah, it's people are hard. What can I say? I mean, they're hard for me. I think some people kind of take to it better than others, but and then I've got to like always make it difficult on myself by I just have to make things difficult for myself. But I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just having fun tonight. I'm here among friends. Here among friends. So I'm afraid now that I said how hard people are to draw, everybody's going to be looking at my people real hard and be like, oh yeah, I can see. That elbow is not quite exactly what an elbow or an elbow would be. You're right. You're absolutely right about everything. Yeah, Eva, I've been studying anatomy a lot. It's anatomy is anatomy is like all the things I hate about learning all rolled into one. It's got a bunch of dumb nonsense words. And when I say a lot, I mean hundreds and hundreds of dumb nonsense words. And it's really complicated, technical, and you have to memorize a bunch of words. Did I mention there's a bunch of dumb words to memorize? And it's like my least favorite thing. But I will say that I like some classes that I take. Classes that I've taken have been really helpful because they were by artists who also what I like are the classes that tell me little like structural things, because you think in shapes when you're an artist. So really it's just like I think that sometimes even figuring out what your problem is part of the challenge. Like with me, I'm starting to realize that my difficulty comes before the anatomy. Anatomy is for when you want to do, after you've got your arm in and you've got the shape of the arm, getting all those muscles and stuff in there, But for me, it's like I want to know little tricks. I'm at the level now where I want to know, how does the arm curve, like it's just like doing my arm like this isn't good enough anymore. I want to know that the arm curves like this, and that's the kind of stuff I like, is when artists say, give me little things like that. So I don't know if that makes sense, but learning like anatomy, a lot of anatomy classes, they just want you to learn a bunch of dumb words. And I've taken many of them. I took Proko's, and I'm still taking Proko's. Like I go back to his, and I do a little bit at a time. I know I need to learn all that stuff sooner or later, but really you can also spend all your time learning and not enough time doing, and that's also a trap I don't want to fall into. So I'll just draw a bunch of real jacked up looking people for a long time until I figure it out, I guess. And thank you, Lindsay. I know you were just kidding. So, do you see? I know that this line isn't actually on a person, you know, but it helps. It helps me. It helps to show the angle, and now I can kind of see that maybe this is a little too short. I think this is probably a little too low. It's okay because the porcupine's going to be. This isn't a painting about an arm. This isn't a painting about the perfect arm. So, thankfully, the arm doesn't have to be perfect. It's a painting about a dude, or maybe a lady, hugging a porcupine. And the dangers of falling in love with a porcupine. The dangers of loving your porcupine to being charmed by how cute porcupines are. That's what I meant to say. All right, it doesn't look that bad, right? I mean, you're starting to see the forms, starting to see the lights and the shadows, and, you know, I can see it at least. I know where it's going. And I think it's going to be fine, dude. Going to be fine. Yeah, I can give him long sleeves, but I think we'll see. We'll see how it works out. And to answer your question from earlier, Lindsay, this porcupine is thinking, what's the deal? That's what this porcupine's pretty much thinking. What is the deal? All right. What happened here? Sometimes I have to remind myself of what a painting is, what the painting is, as I'm painting it. And I think it's really helpful, like, because you can paint something forever and ever until it's super, super perfect. But that's silly. That's a waste of time. So, like, really the main, you know, what the main idea of this painting needs to be conveyed. And then after that, the realness of it or the different things you decide to concentrate on is up to you as the artist. I mean, you don't want like this arm to be totally ganked up and totally weird and distractingly bad, but it also doesn't have to be perfect because it's where I've decided it doesn't have to be perfect. Otherwise, I would never finish a painting. I'll just kind of like paint this painting until I died. So, how's everybody doing? Everybody's probably tired of being locked in the house. I hope that soon we things start getting a little bit easier. And that's all I'll say about it. Just wanted to acknowledge, I know things are tough and we're going to get through it. That's it. We don't have to think about that right now. I think I'm gonna do this like, I mean, a lot of times I would do a background and stuff, but I think I'm gonna do this almost like a portrait where they just he kind of fades off. And I had this heart in here. I don't know if I'm gonna do the heart, but I think I'm gonna do it like a portrait. Oh, Elizabeth, if you're still here, you're probably not. Maybe you are. I did give them whiskers, but they're just way too distracting. So I'm gonna have to bring those back later. Yeah, I think he's gonna have. I think it would be funnier. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't decided if it's good. Yeah, that's right, Eva. I mean, you want your work to be finished, and of course that's subjective. Like, you can work on it forever. You really just, when a painting's finished is when you decide it's finished. But you also want it to look finished, like everything was thought about. You know, everything was a decision. So if something's left a little bit rough and without detail, you want for it to feel and be because you decided it wasn't like that, not because you didn't care enough to at least address that part. Even if addressing it means you don't care about it. Like right now, the way this painting is, the reason why this painting is the way that it's like this is because well, you saw earlier, I had this porcupine came first. That's weird, my brightness on my computer's changing. Whatever. This porcupine came first, and I had him pretty much just like a little portrait of him. And then I decided to do this with it. So all this looks a lot less finished, and this porcupine looks... So as soon as you look at it, like if you were to like look away and look back, of course you'd go straight to where the most contrast is and the most detail, which is where the most detail is in this. So of course you're gonna look at that porcupine first. There's a whole bunch of detail and contrast, you know, dark right next to light, right next to dark. And then this eye right here, you probably just zoom straight to that. And so when you're doing a painting, you know, and you're thinking about your focal point, you put the most detail in your focal point. I mean, that's a pretty common way to do it. Or you put the most contrast in your focal point. And then so you think about that stuff, you know. And then the second, for me, probably the first read for this painting will be, first read, you notice the porcupine first, and then you notice the person hugging them, and then you notice that their quills sticking out of the person. And if I can do it like that, where somebody reads it in that order, then I'll feel like it's a semi-successful painting. What do porcupine quills look like? I'm not sure. Oh man, what is that? Are you seeing that? Yeah, that's coming through on the stream, isn't it? Well, that's a new fun thing to deal with on stream. A flashy screen when I paint. Love it. Love it. Okay, well, it went away. So, Lindsay, if you're still here, how's that Bulls documentary? Michael Jordan was probably still a pretty big deal. He was. Really was a big deal. I think I heard it was pretty, or I heard someone else say it was pretty good. Pretty sure. Man, I'm hearing so many. My cats must be losing their minds right now or something. I'm hearing so many crazy crunching noises, stuff like that. Cool, I'm glad you're having fun, Eva. All right, let's see. Let's take a little, well, if anybody's watching, I wanted to show you guys and put this in this chat. I think the folks watching right now are on the transmissions from the studio mailing list, but if you aren't, I am trying to build my transmissions from the studio mailing list right now, which is pretty much like, you know, it's going to be kind of part blog, part just kind of transmissions from the studio. You know, it's going to be like little things that I've got going on. I am gonna talk about my projects. It's not going to be like you know, it's not going to be like an endless advertisement. Hopefully you know me, and I mean, of course I will show you guys like what is going on with me and what I have like available in my store and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not stupid, you know. I'm gonna like see if you. I'm gonna make it easy for you to buy stuff if you want to, but at the same time, it's not gonna be that. It's gonna be like, you know, I just kind of got tired of posting work on different media chat, or you know, social media, and like, you know, it doesn't get to everybody that might want to see it, really. So it's like I'm just trying to just create my own kind of place where me and you can have conversation and stuff, and like where I can just reach people. So anyway, right now on my here we go. Is this it? Some of you maybe, I'm sure a lot of you have seen this painting before, but this painting that I'm opening right now is from the stream a couple weeks ago. Worked on this for a couple weeks, and right now what I'm doing is I'm giving these away as a bribe for signing up to my transmission from the studio email list. Yeah, it's an email list. It's not a newsletter. I'm not going to call it a newsletter because I fall asleep halfway in the middle of saying the word newsletter. It's not. I don't want to talk it up too much because really it's just words and pictures. So it's not going to be like an amusement park ride or anything. I mean, you know, there's only so much you can do with an email, but I'm going to try to make it fun. I'm still brainstorming ideas and stuff, but trust me, it's not just going to be like a boring ass JCPenney newsletter. Actually, I've never seen a JCPenney newsletter. I shouldn't just talk out of turn, but I imagine their newsletter is probably just people in different shirts, right? Buy this shirt, or maybe you want to buy this shirt. I'm going to try to make mine a little better than that. But anyway, so there's that. And pretty much, you know, I put this... what am I talking about? Oh, I put this link in the chat, and if you follow that link, it'll take you to my store, and it'll take you to this print, and this print is free. All you have to do is add it to your cart, check out like you normally would, except for you won't have to pay anything, and just make sure that instructions are on the detail page. Just make sure that you have that little. Just make sure that you have this, Kimberly. Yeah, I'm sorry I threw JCPenney under the bus. I have no problem with JCPenney. Really, you know? What can you do with your JCPenney email newsletter that much? Anyway, just make sure you keep this checkbox checked when you check out. And check, checkity, check. I'll say the word check a lot. Just keep this checkbox checked, dude. Checkbox checked, dude. And that'll be it. You'll probably get like confirmation email, like, hey, you really do want to sign up for it, you know. Anyways, that's the deal with that. I've got a few of these left, and I'm sending them to people for being cool enough to want to, you know, like my stuff enough to hear from me. I do a whole spiel on the product page. So that's that. A little bit of business to get out of the way. Just wanted to take a little bit, tiny break. One more thing. Nosferatu. One more thing is that I didn't know if you guys knew this, but if you're familiar with my Toxoplasmosis series, which is sci-fi, it's the amazing future history of cats in space and time. I did this as a solo show, and I produced a ton of work like this. This is Sci-Fi Cats, eight pieces that I did for this solo show, and these are all on my site. I'm going to post this link in the chat if you want to go check those out. I just added a new format. Originally, I had these little 8x8 prints, which I'm running low on everything really right now. So these little 8x8 prints, and then I've got these big 24x24 boards, which are big, you know, if you can imagine, 2 5x2 foot boards. And I added one in the middle, like it's here in the middle, 12x12s, $70 each. They're on nice thick wooden boards, cradled art boards, hand painted. I think they're really nice. They're on, you know, they're nice. So if you'd like to do that, just something to think about, something to look at. If you know any weirdos that like cats, including yourself, you might. Or science. Or cats and science. All right, back to painting. Back to painting. Let's see. What could I do? I could make this... My Aunt Ethel wants a Nosferatu. I have a cat Dracula painting, and it's definitely based off of Nosferatu. Which I don't know if it was Nosferatu or if it was Salem's Lot. Okay, guys, my two aunts are on the stream tonight. And Eva and Ethel, they were like my big sisters growing up pretty much. And they're the reason why they're part of the reason why I'm so weird. Because 5 years old, watching Nosferatu and Stephen King, Maybe I'm being a little exaggerating a little, but not by much. I was little, watching scary movies with these two. Wouldn't change it for the world, but yeah, you want to know why I'm drawing cat Draculas now? Probably some loose wiring caused by, yeah, blaming you guys. All right, I think this forearm, I think it's time to not worry about this forearm anymore. I'm tired of thinking about it. Let's make some porcupine feet. What's up, Lindsay? Kimberly's here too. You guys are on different channels. Kimberly is watching, Kimberly's on YouTube. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. That's not Kimberly, that's Jonathan. Jonathan, I saw the last name and I saw the last name. I got confused. This is my friend Jonathan. I don't know. There's no way I can ever make that up. I thought you were your wife. What can I say? Honest mistake. Nothing I can say. No excuse for it. Trying to control a lot of things over here right now. Lindsay says hi, Jonathan. Wow. I really stuck my foot in my mouth, didn't I? I'm the worst. All right. Okay. We're both there. Oh boy, ooh, is it hot in here? What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to make some porcupine feet. As one does. Let's see, do I have anything else that I need to say in the notes? No, I don't. Just wanted you guys to see what this guy, I don't know, he's sitting a little too dainty for me to trust him. Why do rodents have little people hands, man? Look. They've got little people hands. They've got thumbs. Is the forearm really that bad, Lindsay? Or are you trying to get my head? Huh? Got you a print, Eva? That's awesome. Thank you. Oh, for those of you just joining the stream, I want you to just look at this really quickly. Just want you to look at this picture. Just going to leave it here for a second. This is why I like drawing animals. Super cute and nightmare teeth. Nightmare hands. Super cute. Bloodstained teeth. That's why I like. That's why I like. That's what I like about Brazilian porcupines. Lindsay, are you just trying to help? I don't know if you're just trying to help. You messing with me? Don't look at the forearm. I think this is probably the best forearm that was ever created by anybody. trying to mess me up, trying to mess with me. I'm just kidding. You know I'm just kidding, and I know you're just kidding. Everybody's kidding. Everybody's just kidding. But really, this forearm does need some work, don't it? Let's see. It's actually, I've done worse. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so if my forearm was like this, by the way, this is what it's like to be an artist, by the way. I'm going to perfect this arm later. I think it's it might be good enough for now. It's a good arm. Thank you, Lindsay. All I wanted was for you to just admit that this arm is not terrible. And so I feel better now. It's not going to be perfected tonight anyway. I would like to get this. What's happening is, I know I shouldn't work on this porcupine because I need to bring the rest of the painting up. So that leaves me with going back to this person. But then I'm like, I need to come back to the person later. I don't want to mess with the person. So I'm like doing this bouncy trick right now. You know, that is a good idea. That is a good idea, Lindsay. I should really... The reason why I'm having so much trouble is because I've never hugged a porcupine. I really need to kind of like... I don't think I can empathize with this pose until I hug a porcupine. Yeah, it's not, it ain't done till it's done either. That's another thing about it is paintings are real, like sometimes always paintings are ugly for a long time until they start coming together, so. This is really just shapes time, getting big shapes. Plus, I'm gonna cover most of this guy's body up with porcupine anyway. We want to see more porcupine. I turned into a Muppets character for a minute. We want to see more porcupine. We want to see less person. I could. It took me a minute to understand that thing you just typed, Lindsay, but you're right. I could make... This is a great idea. If you could work on that for me, I'll certainly try it out. A friend Lindsay says that I could make like I could mock up a porcupine vest full of quills and put it on my cat. Milkshake. If I can't get a hold of like an authentic Brazilian porcupine, I could do that. And I think that's a good idea. I'm gonna explore that. Maybe I can just get a sack of porcupine quills on Amazon or something. A parcel of them. Frick. I keep I'm so distractible. I keep trying trying to find what these feet look like. All right. Yeah, Eve, I don't know if I'll put his teeth in here or not in this one. I might. I'm not sure. I think that might, in this case, distract a bit. You want to do just one simple idea. Yeah, look at this arm. This arm is trash. I'm going to fix it later, though. I'm not going to mess with this arm anymore. Fix it later when nobody's watching and I can cry, you know, without feeling embarrassed. I can weep while I try to fix this arm. I'll do that later. Hi, Monica. Okay, I will watch that. I don't think these quills are going to really be up here. Actually, Monica, I might have watched that already. I'm not sure. I went on some kind of hazy, late night porcupine. I went into a porcupine hole the other night after Elizabeth's, during and after Elizabeth's stream. So I might have watched that video already, but I'll check it out. Thought about, yeah, I got some, just messing around with groupings. Really want to see this person's face because I want to make sure they're smiling. All right, I'm tired of turning these layers on and off. Real tired of it. So I'm gonna, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do this. what is happening? I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and this. And I'm gonna do this. What's happening? There we go. Yeah, it's a Doctor Who. I could see that. It's kind of just like it's kind of sci-fi-ish, maybe inspired, maybe electronic stuff. I like this kind of stuff. Plus, it doesn't get me turned off of the stream. That's really the biggest reason why I use this little thing. This is all music that people have pre-approved to put on the stream. This is the best one I've found. Like, some of them are like, it's free, sure it's free, but the music really isn't all that legit. It sounds like it's produced by some like you know, just not very well done. This stuff sounds like it's done by somebody who actually likes music and isn't just trying to quickly produce music with an algorithm to sell. That's my robot voice. Gotta get these eyebrows on fleek. What's going on with my brush? Brah. I don't know if it's a baby or not yet. Jonathan. Yeah, it's a person holding a porcupine. That's what you're seeing here. That is what you are seeing, sir. This is a Brazilian porcupine, so look it up if you want to see some pretty good. They're pretty good animals. Nice, solid cuteness injection for you. Let's see. Yeah, you're gonna have to fix these arms. But you trolling my YouTube channel? Are you trolling my YouTube comments, Jonathan? Somebody, I don't know. I guess you get mother beeping porcupine quills stuck in your body. This is this might be a little bit highbrow for you, Jonathan. Typically, you know, this might be, this concept is really, you know, trying to make some statements here with this concept. See, you see how violently I'm putting these porcupine quills on? You've upset me. Yeah, I'm gonna fix those later, of course. Sometimes when I'm working, part of the thing about digital that's really awesome, I mean, more and more, you know, when I first started doing digital, I was like, kind of trying to, I don't know what, the word isn't defend it, but just, you know, maybe hedge it a little bit toward, hey, it's just like traditional. And it's true that I love painting, and so I do paint traditionally, but, you know, if I was working traditionally, I couldn't try out quill patterns on this figure indefinitely. Well, I could, but it wouldn't be something that takes 2 seconds. I mean, there are tricks, there are ways to do it that painters would use, or illustrators or whatever would use to like try something out before they committed to it, but still, like, this is, you know, just trying out some quill patterns here. I'm gonna make these probably neater, or I might not. I'm not sure yet. This is what I do. It's just how I do it. Got too many layers, as per usual. You know what? I don't like any of that. I'm throwing that out. Boom. What else we got? That shadow can stay. Yeah, this is the painting process live and in person right here. Might work on this a little bit more this week, and I'll definitely work on this a little bit more this week. I'm pretty happy with where it's going, to be honest. I think it's pretty fun. It's pretty cool concept. I'm stumbling over my words because I'm trying really hard not to talk good about something I did. So that's why I'm stumbling over my words. I'm happy with it. Happy with where it's going. And with that, I think I will wrap this stream up and I will bid everyone good night. Yes, Jonathan, before we go though, Jonathan is going to name this porcupine. Actually, let's make it a contest to name this porcupine. Everybody post what they think this porcupine's name is, and I will maybe randomly, I'm going to randomly generate the answer next week on the stream, and we'll know what the porcupine name is. And and whoever wins the porcupine naming contest will get something that I don't know yet what it is yet. Charleston. Charleston is our first vote for the porcupine. And actually, I think that is the porcupine's name. Contest is over. We have a winner, Charleston. Charleston is this porcupine's name. So let's just write. This porcupine's name is Charleston. This porcupine's name is Charleston. I'll just put that right there. This will not be staying on the painting. Kimberly, that's a good vote. Kimberly's vote is for Spike. We don't have much more time left in the stream. We have less than a minute left. It's like the name Charles, but a bit more. That is true. I thought maybe you were thinking about the city in South Carolina, Charleston. The beach town, which is also very spiky, right? It's got a lot of, Charleston is known for its sharp quills. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's late. I've had too much tea for this late at night. Old people shouldn't have so much tea this late at night on a Saturday, but I did it. We did it, you guys. Thank you very much for coming to the stream. And I do this every Saturday. Yep, Jonathan, you can cast a second vote. We're closing the polls though here in a second. So I was just closing up the show. You can cast a second vote for sure. Where was I? Man, I was really going. I was really rolling. How many votes does someone get? We're still working on all the rules. Still working on all the rules for this contest. And I will post those as soon as we get all the rules, the terms and conditions for this contest worked out. I'll post them. Yeah, thanks for coming, you guys. Once again, I'll post this one more time in the comments, or maybe I won't. Friend Jonathan's making me laugh. I'm gonna post this one more time in the comments. I think a lot of people have did sign up for it, but my print from the last couple streams is available for free if you sign up for my transmissions from the studio email list. And I hope you will, because I think it's going to be fun. I really do. Let me see. I'm going to post it in here. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you again for coming. And I really had a lot of fun tonight. This was fun. Thanks. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being so cool. And that's it. I mean, yeah, I love you. Bye.